She's got those ruby slipper titties, those great and powerful titties, those and your little dog too titties. Everybody put them up for Bridget Everett.
Shit. Hold on, I'm Bridget, hold on. Oh, no prompter, okay. I said put it on a, for once you get the night off, it's about this. Sorry. Just trying to, okay, let's get comfortable. Okay, wasn't that speech that Zach gave too much? God, it was beautiful. Okay. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was a career waitress and a very passionate karaoke singer. My friends, Julie, Zach, Katie, Mandy Kudish, Keith, and I would go to the Parlor on 86th and Broadway every Sunday night. And then when they added a second night on Wednesdays, we would go on Wednesday nights. And while everyone was very passionate, I don't think anyone felt the need to take it the places I felt it needed to go. I'd stand on top of the bar, sing You Ought to Know, rip open my shirt, and spray my fans with a shot of Jack or whatever Alan, the bartender, poured in my mouth. And sometimes that wasn't enough, so we would add a third night at Sing Sing in the East Village. Of course, we would pregame at El Nuevo with margaritas so strong that you just may wet your bed. These were some of the best days of my life. So, there we were at Sing Sing. Everyone had sung, and it was finally my turn. There are maybe 15 people in the bar, but it was my Madison Square Garden. And I'm up on the bar, I'm letting it rip, I'm having the time of my life, and my tits are out. It just feels like you need to know that. Anyway, one of the 15 people there on this particular night was Jason Eagan. I'd known Jason, he was a nice guy. He did something in the arts, blah, blah, blah. Everyone does something in the arts, right? But after I sang, he said, I have this theater, and I think you should do a show. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I just did. And he's like, no, a real show in a theater. And he followed through. So Kenny Melman and I put together some covers and a few originals, like Can Hole, and At Least It's Pink, which is not a metaphor. It actually still is. Anyway. Sorry, that's not in the script. Anyway. We booked a date, we rehearsed a couple times. I bought a pink scarf at Urban Outfitters, jeans and a top from Old Navy. I invited some friends and we did our very first show at Ars Nova. It was a real theater with real sound, real lights, tickets, and it was one of the best nights of my life. Well, afterwards, I was down in the green room and I was really I guess clinically what they call it was happy. I was very happy. And I couldn't believe that people actually paid to hear me sing. But then I saw Jason flying down the store, flying towards me, in that back hallway, and he was beaming like he had just seen Justin Timberlake or Pink, but it was me. He'd seen me, and I have to tell you, I will never forget the look on his face. I think he was happier than I was, for me. And he just started rambling on. He said, this is just the beginning, and, blah, 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 words, but Anyway, from there, John went to LA. He met with Michael Patrick King and said, we have somebody that we think you should meet. They flew me out to LA. They put me in a hotel with a pool. And, and we all fell in love. Michael came to New York. We wrote and rehearsed, and Jason was with us every step of the way. And this is how, At Least It's Pink, the official trashy little show, was born in January 2007 at Ars Nova. Now, this was the moment that I became more than just a really good karaoke singer. And none of it would have happened without Jason. Jason saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I thought I was, too wild, too weird, too big, too much. But Jason saw that, and he thought I was a star. And all the things that I thought meant I would only ever be a karaoke singer were the things that would set me apart. In those early days, Jason wanted more for me than I wanted for myself because he saw the possibility. Imagine that. Really imagine being so generous of spirit, sticking with me even when I was ungrateful, frustrated, and scared. But that's Jason. And I'm so grateful to have this opportunity tonight to say in front of all of you what I've never taken the time to say to him privately. Jason changed my life and set me on a path where I could achieve things that I'd never even dared to dream. Jason is someone I trust. He is fair and has sound judgment. He's someone I can call when I get an email from an asshole and need help responding like an adult. It's true. We spent birthdays and holidays together, and we share a great love for our sweet Zach. But maybe the biggest gift I ever got from Jason was meeting his sweet Nathan, a dachshund that was so beautiful and tender, it should be illegal. Nathan was a lover. And did I mention beautiful, which shouldn't be important, but it is. Nathan was so special. I remember being at Zach and Jason's house, and he would come, and probably Dave Beatrice says the same thing, but he would be so excited to see me that he would wet himself. And that's how you can trust someone. But it was meeting and loving Nathan which led me to open up my heart and get my own dog, Poppy, who was a Pomeranian, former sex worker from the outskirts of Nashville. And the best thing that ever happened to me. Anyway, so Jason, I think thank you feels insufficient for all you've given me and everyone else here, but that's where I'll start. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. Please welcome Jason Eagan to the stage. I didn't write this, but Jason, on behalf of everyone here tonight, I would like to present you with this Dorothy bobblehead. You have helped us all find our hearts, brains, and courage. We don't know where we'd be without you. Here's a box, but don't return it, it's yours.